Like this.
That anyway, what we talking about today, man? You say how we deal with the
So real quick, I wanted to go. I wanted to cover something on the 5 stages of change, real quick. From my previous from our previous my
I
previous
know what you're
statements on
talking about.
previous episode. So real quick, I wanted to cover something. So it is 5 stages. It's behavioral change. It's 5 stages of change, right? But in most cases, that's what it is. 5 stages of change, and it's based on psychologists. Most psychologists go off 5 stages of change. Now there are a few who believe in a 6th stage, and me studying both of those, I how I put it into practice is kind of what I want to talk about real quick and just clear up. So the original 5 stages of change, just so people know, and they're getting the information based on what's out there. The original 5 stages of change is pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, and maintenance. That's the original 5 stages. Okay. Now, termination would be a 6th stage based on the standard way psychologists look at the 5 stages of change. So pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, maintenance, and then there are some who believe in the 6th stage, which is termination. Okay. So termination is one that not everyone uses when they're putting this into practice, but there are those who believe and support in the 6th stage, which is termination. Now, me, I always, when I dive into stuff, I put it into my own practices, and I do what I believe makes sense in a practical way of using it, and then that's how I coach it. So I took those 6 stages of change, 5 or 6 stages of change, and I made my 5. So if you notice when I gave my 5, I said pre-contemplation, contemplation, action, maintenance, and termination. I didn't say preparation. And the reason I didn't say preparation, partly because I drew a blank, but more because contemplation and preparation to me are part of the issue with people actually making change. So when I was studying it, I was like, and I talk about it in my book, that's one thing to me. It shouldn't be separated, because a lot of times what people do is they contemplate something, but they never take action. They just think about something that's a good idea, but they never put it into action. So the way I apply it for myself and the way I coach it is, when you think about something, you have to immediately go into at least active preparation, meaning putting that best thought into action, which is what I was saying on the last one. So what I mean by that is, if you think of, like, I need to make a healthier lifestyle change, well, immediately do something that gets you going in that line of making that happen. It can be research, it can be actual doing something physically, but immediately do something there. And that's why I combine contemplation and preparation to make what I call active preparation. That's active preparation. Instead of, I want people, because one of the most common things that people do for a bad habit for most people is procrastination in one way or another. And so the last thing I want to I want people to get out of that habit, is what I'm saying, long story short. So I want people to be in this practice. If you think of something that is a worthwhile goal, immediately right there when you think of it, do something to take a step towards that worthwhile goal. Don't just think of it and then let the thought pass. That's a common practice, but that habit is a bad habit in itself. So if we're looking to overcome bad habits by using the 5 stages of change, the last thing we should be doing is going into it with bad habits. And again, that bad habit is thinking of something that's a great thing to do, but not putting it into practice and prolonging that. So for me, when you think of something, what I want people to do is to at least get prepared at that same time to take action, then go into action, maintenance, and termination. I combine contemplation and preparation, calling it active preparation. Action is being consistent, but it's still new. It's been less than 6 months. It's still new. Maintenance is consistent progression for more than 6 months. You've been doing it for at least 6 months or a year. And then termination is the new lifestyle habit is achieved. There's zero chance of going back. So the Train Your Brain Fit Club application to the 5 stages of change is to, when you think of something, give it legs, put it into action. And that's what I do, and that's what I would want anybody that I coach to do.